Well, hello everyone, what is going on? It is the Almighty Geoff, and I'm here with just a quick update. And there are actually quite a few things I want to talk about. First of all, I apologise for being away the past week. I know I'm uploading this halfway through the week anyway, so it's a little bit delayed, but the reason I did not upload last week was because I was on holiday. I know I didn't actually mention that, I should have mentioned it before I went on holiday, but the fact is, the episodes that you're seeing come this week were the ones that I originally intended to do last week, but I didn't have time to upload them all, so I do apologise for that, but everything will resume from schedule as of now. Second of all, I want to thank each and every one of you for getting me to 50 subscribers. It's quite a small milestone, but I mean, I'm sure it's going to gain a lot more over the time, and I'm quite happy that we've managed to reach this one. I know that my channel had stagnated for months and months. I think reached about 25 by about November last year, and it kind of stayed around that mark. It kind of fluctuated, and then over the past couple of months it's gone up like quite drastically, like again a new one every couple of days or something, and it feels really good, and I'm really thankful to each and every one of you. And as a sort of thank you, a sort of celebration, and I've actually also been asked to do this as well, I'm going to be doing a live stream of the remaining episodes of Amnesia: A Machine for Pigs next Tuesday. I'm thinking about 2 o'clock in the afternoon GMT. So, I mean, that's not set in stone yet. I think I'll probably update in the description of this video if plans change or anything, but that's what I'm thinking. And that will cover from episode 6 until the finale. You guys haven't seen episode 4 or 5 yet. That's because they're coming up later this week, but those I had already recorded before I went on holiday, so obviously there won't be much point of me doing the live stream whilst you've still not seen episode 4 or 5. So, like I said, episode 6 will be live streaming the remainder of the game, probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon GMT on Tuesday the 29th of August, I think it is, that Tuesday. Hang on. Yep, 29th of August. So if you're interested, make sure to comment down below so that I know at least like kind of a basic idea of who's going to turn up, so don't start without some of you guys. Still let me know if you're interested in that. The third announcement I'm going to make, I don't typically give shout outs per se. This isn't really a shout out, it's more kind of a advertisement for a good friend of mine who you'll know if you've watched my series, Ron Hyler. You'll know him. You may have come from his channel, you may have found his channel through my channel, in which case either way it's all good. I'm quite happy. He's been a good friend of mine for quite a long time now. Obviously we did the Half-Life Decay series on this channel and on his channel, and we still are to this day doing Saints Row the Third, and he will be a co-partner on my channel for a few more series, as I will be on his for a few more series. My good friend Ron has just started a Patreon thing, and I know he's just too proud to make a video about it. Oh, he might make a video about it, I have no idea, but he's usually kind of to keep quiet on things and doesn't like shoving things down people's faces, so I'm going to make an announcement for him. If you do happen to be a follower of his channel, or this video inspires you to go and check out his channel, he's just set up a Patreon, which, yeah, as you may or may not know, is a service that fans of a particular YouTuber can donate money to help further boost the editing or the video quality. And Ron's had issues with monetization on YouTube over the past well, he's always had it really, but over this past couple of weeks it's hit him like a lot harder with this adpocalypse thing, and so we set up this Patreon as sort of equivalent, because I mean, he has a full-time job, he's got a family, and this YouTube thing is really a side thing, and I don't, for one, want to see him leave the YouTube thing because it's not gaining him anything, because it was gaining him small amounts of money, but with a thing like YouTube, if you have too many main priorities going on, it can very easily become a bottom priority for you. And I know that Ron sometimes does have motivational, doubts whether he should continue doing the YouTube thing, and I would obviously love for him to continue doing it for ages, because I'm a massive fan of his content, he's a massive fan of my content, and so I've opted to be a Patreon for his thing. I think it's $18 a month I've pledged. There isn't any really reward system at the moment, though he's saying he is looking into it. He's just doing a general $1 donation or more, and you get mentioned in his videos as of September the 8th. I think the first video it will be when he puts his Patreons in there, but he has told me that he's looking into putting some more rewards in there. So I'm going to put the link to his Patreon in the description for you guys to check out in case you follow him or you decide you want to follow him and want to give him a helping hand, because he definitely deserves it and he definitely should. Now, he's been asking me to do my own Patreon just because he feels like he wants to return the favour. I'm not really a Patreon guy at the moment. All that may change. It just, see what happens. If, say, my YouTube channel does start to continue to grow and I reach numbers where like I could have a decent amount of people who are willing to contribute, then maybe I will. But as of now, I'm not in a desperate need for that sort of money. Like, this is really just a hobby for me at this point. That a few people have decided to come along and watch, to which I'm very happy. Two that come to mind of people who have been really supportive is obviously Ron and Cronooky. I'm not sure if you're watching this, Cronooky. It's kind of not new. He's a couple of months, I think. But yeah, you've been a massive supporter as well. And Guria Iulian, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, and I'm sorry if I really butchered that pronunciation, but you've been a big supporter of my Amnesia series, and obviously for requesting the live stream. Very thankful. Probably wouldn't have even come to mind to live stream that, but I'm doing this as a celebration, so I hope you can enjoy it. I know you were asking about it earlier if I was going to do the live stream, and yes, hopefully, if everything goes to plan, I will do the live stream. Whether I'm doing it on YouTube or Twitch, again, I'm kind of debating at this point, so it will be in the description below when I've made my decision of what that is going to be. So make sure you definitely just click below, click on the description, and it'll detail all. All else I can really say is, if you do enjoy my content, then please make sure to give it a like. Likes definitely help a channel. It shows me that you guys are supporting what I do, which is, great for me, a great motivation for me when I see a video reach two or three likes. I don't think it's ever really gone above that, except for the New Year's video that I made. But obviously that's not my regular content. That was just kind of a liking because Michael was drunk and chatting shit. But but yeah, make sure you definitely drop a like. Not only does it provide motivation for me, it also means that in YouTube search engines, it means that my video will likely come up higher, and that's how I will grow as a channel, and I'll be able to get more videos, better series, better quality, all that, because I could always improve with everything. I might always think that, I don't ever really think that my video is absolutely perfect, but it's kind of the nature to it, really. So, but I am trying. I obviously always try, and if you guys have any games that you want me to play, because I'm coming quite close to an end of quite a few, then definitely be sure to drop it in the comments. I am very open to suggestions at the moment, but I do have the next couple of games for all of my series coming up now, and I will tell you. So first of all, we got Bully. Bully, I am predicting will end by episode 35. I think that'll be the finale. I kind of scheduled to be that. When I realised I was coming close to the end of the game, I was like, I'll set a mark for 35, and it's looking like that's going to be achievable. Sticking with the Rockstar theme, because the previous games that came before was Red Dead Redemption and then Undead Nightmare. Following on from this, we are going to move into the Rockstar series that is actually, the most famous series, GTA. We're going to be playing through all of the main GTA games from 3 to 5, so that's 3, Vice City, San Andreas, 4, Episodes of Liberty City, and 5. So we'll be going through all of them. That'll last us a while, so I doubt anything's going to take the places there. Obviously, Tuesday slot is pretty much, not Tuesday slot, game slot number 2 is also pretty much taken up with the Assassin's Creed series. I'm intending to go through all the way with that. So we're on Brotherhood right now, which is still in its early days yet, so that's not going to be over for a while, but following on Revelations, 3, Liberation, 4, Freedom Cry, Rogue, Unity, Syndicate, Chronicles, Origins, and then whatever further Assassin's Creed games come on down the way. Wednesday slot, no, I keep saying Wednesday slot because I was used to the 5 videos a week thing, but in game slot 3, which is at the moment Amnesia, which we're going to live stream the rest of, Following that, we are going to move into Heavy Rain. Not Heavy Rain. Following that, we are going to move into Life is Strange. Now, a few of you guys might know this. A few of you might have even played it, which is, I've played it numerous times, actually. It's an amazing game, and definitely a game I'm looking forward to doing. It's not going to be much a blind reaction thing, which is, I know what is intended for games like that, but it was also the same for Heavy Rain and Until Dawn, and I'd already played those before, so it's more of an experience thing, and there is sort of side stuff that you can do as well, which obviously isn't going to be the focus of the series, but I'll just kind of what choices I make. And following that, we're going to be going, which should take us up nicely to just about the release of episode 1 of Before the Storm, which is the prequel to Life is Strange. Episode 1 is released on August 31st. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm not sure when Life is Strange is going to finish. It might be a couple of weeks after the release date of episode 1, but as soon as I finish Life is Strange, we're going to go straight into Before the Storm. And then, seeing as obviously the episodes are going to divide, there are 3, it's an episodic series like The Walking Dead or Until Dawn was, although that was all released in bulk. It's split into 3 episodes, and only episode 1 is being released on August the 31st, so it's going to kind of be in an ongoing series playlist, but obviously you won't see any upload until the 2nd or 3rd episode are uploaded, and I'll continue to play games in that slot. So in between the episodes of Before the Storm, we will be playing through the entirety of the Walking Dead series. So that'll be Series 1, 400 Days, Series 2, Season, sorry, because it's American, and then there's The Walking Dead Michonne. I've never played that, I don't know what it's about. I never really heard about Michonne until I looked at Steam and then found what that was. So we'll be playing that one, and then we'll be going on to A New Frontier, which is practically Season 3. So that is all the plan for the Game Slot 3. Game Slot 4, which is currently occupied by Half-Life 2, we will be finishing off the Half-Life series. So we've got Half-Life 2 Lost Coast, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Half-Life 2 Episode 2, before we're completely done with the Half-Life series. You can't do anything more with that. And from there we're going to rotate between the Saints Row series and the Batman series, because if you guys remember, you might have been here for a while, you might have even gone through the playlist since you found me after it's ended. I did play Batman Arkham Asylum a few months ago now. I think it was end of last year that I either started it or finished it. No, it would have been when I started it. I think Arkham Asylum went on until a few months ago or something like that, just before Heavy Rain. But I really did. I did enjoy it. I now think I would enjoy it more than I did, because back then I really had very little knowledge about the Batman series, and it's something that very recently I've kind of grown an interest in. For example, right now I'm watching Gotham on Netflix, and it's fascinating, and I know a lot more about some of the characters like the Penguin and the Scarecrow and obviously the Joker and all that, whereas before I knew pretty much the Batman, Joker, Commissioner Gordon, and that's about it. But now I feel like I really would appreciate that series, so we're going to be rotating. Saints Row the Third's going to come first, which will be a co-op series with Ron. Then will be Batman Arkham City, then Saints Row 4, then Batman Arkham Origins and Origins Blackgate, which is kind of an expansion, almost like Undead Nightmare was, I think. And from there we're going to go to Get Out of Hell, which is the Saints Row 4 kind of DLC, but also a standalone game. And from there we're going to go into Batman Arkham Knight, and then we will be going to the latest release in the sort of Saints Row series, but also a spin-off of its own, Agents of Mayhem, which I've played a bit of, and it's actually kind of interesting, kind of confusing at this point, but I'm sure I'll get my head around it and I'll start to enjoy it a lot more. And of course, Game Slot 5, currently occupied by Skyrim. That is not going to change for a while. I don't even know, maybe about a third. Even that might be a bit of an overstatement. I'm not sure how long that series is going to go on for. We're in, was it episode 70 now? I think is the next video that's going to go up. Episode 69 is going to come out tomorrow morning as I'm recording this. And then obviously we're still working through the Dawnguard DLC and all that. But I do know what I'm going to do after Skyrim, though, even though it's going to be a while off and probably won't be until at the very least 2018. we are going to go through the Witcher franchise, through from the original game through 2 and 3. Just because I've heard a lot about The Witcher 3 being very similar to Skyrim, not in the same way, but in a sort of RPG, open world kind of thing, so that's what I'm kind of working through, but I have been playing the original Witcher, and I'm actually finding that to be very entertaining as well, so I'm looking forward to playing through all 3 of the games. But yeah, those are all of the plans I have so far, but if anyone has any sort of interest in any series whatsoever, be sure to drop it down in the description, and I will definitely take it on board and add it to the list. I might even shift some games here and there if it's something that you guys really want to see, because at this moment, pretty much all the suggestions are from my own head. I mean, I occasionally get a, suggestion from Ron or something like that I'll add on, and I'll think, that's kind of interesting. But yeah, so I know I've rambled on quite a bit. This video might have gone quite a lot longer than I intended, but I've got everything out that I need to say, and that's what's important. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little update. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and also be sure to share the video. And I'll see you guys whenever I see you.
Everything
Bye, guys.
changes.